there's not like one set plot point because of course it's really hard to pick.
All right, everybody, and we are back. Welcome on in. My name is Marinate. I am going to be hosting for you for the next few hours. And I hope everybody has been enjoying this Resident Evil block because we have more Resident Evil coming. Right now, we are going to be doing Resident Evil 2 Kendos Cut with the fantastic liammc90. So without any further ado, Liam, I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to you. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much. Hello everybody, my name is liammc90, Resident Evil speedrunner, and today we're going to be doing a run of Resident Evil 2 Kendos Cut, which is basically Resident Evil 2 original, but what would have happened if Kendo didn't die? It's not too far off Resident Evil 2 original Leon A, just with a couple of little tweaks in between, and a good few comedic sections where Kendo survived and appears at random moments. So the vast majority of the run basically is Leon A. Just more towards the end, it kind of mixes up between the A and the B scenarios, but I guess you'll get to see that as the run progresses.
I thought you were one of them.
What's going on in this town?
Hold on. I don't have a clue. By the time I noticed something was
So,
wrong,
in a second here is where we're going to see the first change between the vanilla game and this particular mod. Because this is where Kendo would die, but he's got other ideas. I think we maybe better go and chase after him. So usually there in the vanilla game you'd have to run up the corridor and wait for the zombies to break out. But obviously because Kendo's alive and he's got his really big shotgun, we don't need to worry about that. Oh, apparently the timer was forgot. That's going to make it look like I'm faster than I am. That's always good for a speedrunner, so thank you very much. Oh, yeah, great display of quick shooting, Liam. That's probably what I get for laughing at Snake's misfortunes in the previous run. Somebody did actually say in the chat as well that they're going to laugh when the same thing happens to me, so I suppose that's karma. So there we see Kendo just randomly appearing at the main gates and running off. How he got there, considering he took the same route as what Leon did, I have no idea. But that's Capcom logic. So a lot of the early parts is very much the same as what the vanilla game would be. There are parts where you can go off into other areas and explore, and you'll see Kendo appear, obviously, at points where he wouldn't appear in the vanilla game. The unfortunate thing being is we're not going to see some of them because it's a speedrun. But if you were playing the game casually, he appears in all kinds of random locations. One of them being the weapons cabinet in the STARS office. That one's a particular highlight for me.
And the other STARS members discovered that Umbrella was behind everything. They risked their lives to reveal the truth.
Thank you very much for the good luck, Katie. I appreciate that.
Believe them.
Been a bit of a while since I've ran this, actually, which is really bad considering I'm one of the moderators for the speedrun board for this mod. And the very first world record holder as well. Those two comments are completely unrelated, I promise you.
Here, take this key card. You should be able to unlock the doors in the hall with this. Now go. But just go.
Fine, but I'm coming back for you. Just hold on.
So in terms of the actual speed run for this mod, it's very much the same as the vanilla game. You know, you get your door skips that you have to wait. I believe it's 1.2 seconds until you can actually skip the door to skip it optimally. So usually what you would do on a speed run for this is you'd be using live split, but you'd use a detailed timer. If you don't have the live split option, then the general rule of thumb is wait until the doorknob starts to move. So we did just catch a glimpse of Kendo at the window there. I'm just trying to think if there's any of the areas that you can actually see Kendo that you wouldn't normally do on a speedrun that isn't going to cost much time. But I'm not entirely convinced that there is. We could probably do the weapons cabinet actually. There is also a sequel to this as well called Kendos Uncut. That one is ridiculous. So I am going to go and pick up the first aid spray just as a bit of a safety. So usually in the game here you'd pick up that medallion. You don't do it with Kendos Cut because you don't actually need to. So the purpose of the medallion in the vanilla game is that you use it on the statue in the main hall so that you get the spade key. The spade key's actually been replaced in this game. So because Kendo is in the weapons cabinet, you don't get the shotgun there. So that's what you need the medallion for, is to go and get the shotgun if you so choose. But because it's a speedrun, we don't need the shotgun.
Get out of here.
Right.
One last thing. Here's a radio. Take it. That way we can keep in touch if anything happens.
Yeah, let's go and let Kendo out of his cabinet.
What are you doing?
I don't have a clue.
So like we said in the setup, I think what's the most impressive about this particular mod is they have Kendo appear at all random points during the game, but they didn't need any new lines for him. So the guys that modded the game, what they've basically done is just work with the lines that he would have come out with during the game anyway. And it's a strange one because, I mean, in theory, because Kendo's only in the game for such a short time, doing it that way shouldn't work, but somehow it does. So we're just going to wait for him to move so that we can get out the back without getting grabbed. Which is always nice, you don't want to take damage if you don't have to. So that's another bit of a difference there between this particular mod and the original game. So like I say, because we don't need the spade key, we don't have to go into the main hall, so we can just bypass that section and come straight for the crank. So now again, very much similar to the original game, we're just going to come and get the first jewel that we'll pick up. I think it's a couple of minutes now until we see Kendo appear again. You would think that being a moderator for the speedrun that I'd know this inside out. Well, like I said, the main aesthetics are very very much the same as what the vanilla game would be. There's just a couple of minor little differences. There he is again! And now he's just going to run off, but he is going to press the button for us. Oh. Usually helps if you press the button that you need to press. I know that sounds far-fetched, but it's actually based on a true story. The more you know, guys. I think what needs to happen now is for the same people that have done the fan-made remakes, they need to get a hold of this and make a Kendos Cut in the RE engine. So I think that would be fantastic. It just makes me laugh at the randomness of where he actually appears. But then I also think that like the general idea of it does open doors for mods for other games as well. Like you could do a Resident Evil 3 Brad's cut. You know, what happened if Brad would have survived? And just have him appear at random points. Like instead of Nemesis just diving out at you, you instead get Brad. Or even like a Resident Evil 3 Brad's Revenge. Keep in mind as well, guys, as has already been mentioned several times, the whole purpose of this is raising money for charity for an absolutely fantastic cause. So if you can and are willing to, please do get those donations in. That's one thing that I do struggle with Resident Evil 2 is the menu. Like, a lot of people say that it's really optimal. It's just, I tend to like shoot off the item that I need. But somehow we make it work. Now this section coming up now is one that normally gets me a little bit worried whether I'm speedrunning Kendos Cut or just speedrunning vanilla, is the liquor. So I've seen the strat to avoid him, but I do a bit of a different one. So I run there. Oh dear! Yeah, we definitely wanted to avoid that. That was not good. So usually my idea there is to bait the liquor to jump. Which, I mean, we got him to jump. Oh dear. I think I better heal. I mean, we needed to use that first aid spray anyway, so... That really started to go wrong very quickly. Marvin! So the problem with that jump liquor attack is, from memory, it deals 100 damage HP, which basically means if you're in any state other than caution and you get hit with that, that's game over. Which is why the liquors in this game are so dangerous. But I suppose that was my own fault for baiting the liquor in the first place. Cheers, dog. Thank you. So we're about to meet one of the most hated characters in the Resident Evil series, it would seem. Personally, I don't understand why. I think Ada is a fantastic character. I think she plays her part so well.
Sorry about that.
But I think the reason that she's hated so much is just simply the fact that, I mean, let's all be honest, she plays Leon like a fiddle.
Who are you?
And obviously Leon's one of the most popular characters in the series.
And what are you doing here?
I'm looking for some guy named Ben.
So you have got a little bit of free time here. Because there's nothing you can do, you've just got to sit and wait for the cutscene to play out.
Only there's a
Which there are.
barring the entrance.
There's a couple of points during this game where that happens.
If we work together, we can move this thing. Give me a hand here, will you?
You mean that new Dead by Day? Oh, has Ada been brought into Dead by Daylight?
She has been.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, not, I think it was just this most recent, chapter that got released. With Wesker as the big bad, and then Ada and Rebecca as the survivors.
I'm keeping it.
See, I knew about Wesker, and I'd seen Rebecca as a survivor.
What's going on in this town?
No, do you know what? Yeah, I have actually seen her. Dead by Daylight's one of those games that I play, like, very sparingly. I'll only play it with, like, a group of friends. But yeah, now that I think back, I think the last time I played it, I do remember seeing Ada.
Right? Get up, now!
Is Ada actually hated? Anyone I know that plays Resident Evil is pretty fond of Ada. I suppose it depends on who you ask.
Is this the guy?
Ben?
Me personally, I adore Ada. I think she's brilliant. Like I say, for me, she's one of the more intriguing characters.
And who the heck are you?
She's obviously gone in to achieve something, to achieve a goal, which means that she has to play people, but I think she does it absolutely brilliantly.
I heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything. And even if I did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know where they put the key to this cell?
I think it's more a case of that
But I'm not about to leave this cell.
people having a dislike for her because she, like I said earlier, she plays Leon like a fiddle. But then who's more at fault? The woman that plays the cop, or the cop for not realising that that's what was going on?
Leaving this cell. Get out of here before you lead it right to me.
Although he is a rookie, so we can give him a little bit of leeway there, I
I'm the only
suppose.
cop left alive in this building.
What?
Look, if you want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
But do you even know how to get out of the city? There's a kennel in the back of the building. Inside the kennel is a manhole. Go
I put the
through
blame on Leon to be...
it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
I mean, to be fair, I'd agree with you, but at the same time, I can't necessarily say that I'd be any different in his shoes. In fact, this is Ada we're talking about, so I could guarantee that I would be exactly the same. Yeah, that's true. We've all got a little bit of Leon in us. Oh, see, now I forgot about the spider. For some reason, in this particular mod, the spiders react a little bit differently than what they would do in the normal game. And it always makes me nervous that I'm going to end up getting poisoned.
Ada? I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
It's a dead end.
It's a dead end.
Well, it's good to see that he's on the ball.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
So now we've got the tiny little Ada section, which Snake sort of hit the nail on the head in his run when he was talking about the Sherry section in the original. It is just very much a run here, grab this, run back. Probably push that a little bit further than what I needed to be fair. But that being said, it is a marathon, so you don't take risks. And I have seen it happen before where someone's thought they've pushed the box far enough, and it turned out no. Yeah, that's fine there. Actually, I probably pushed a little bit further than what we need to, but better safe than sorry.
So, out of curiosity, how many Resident Evil games do you run?
Can you hear me?
Right, let's try and figure this one out. 1 original, 2, 3,
Right here.
2 and 3 remake, Code Veronica, 5. I'd say there's about 7.
Hey, I can't reach
About 7 of the games,
find another way around.
the actual games that I run. In terms of categories, I wouldn't even like to try and count.
Oh yeah, no, I've learned a long time ago, don't ask about categories, because you'll be there for an hour.
Yeah, and then some. I think See, I'm one of those, like, I know that there's a lot of speedrunners out there that will just pick one game on one category and then just grind the living daylights out of it. But I get a combination of both bored and frustrated quite easily. So when you get to the stage that every speedrunner knows, obviously, when you get into a new run, it's for a while it's PB after PB while you're learning, you know, your strats and your lines and all the things that come with it. And then when it gets to the stage where I'd say 80% or so of your runs are failed runs because you're not getting anywhere, that's where I then tend to lose interest a little bit, which goes against me because it means that, like, I'm not getting as far into the run as what I should be. But it also means that I've got quite a broad spectrum as well.
Yeah, and you're not the first person I've heard mention once you kind of hit that plateau, wanting to switch to a different game. I'm very familiar with that with somebody that I know, so that's why they make all these different categories.
That's very true. But I think for me personally, it's more the frustration side of it, of not hitting the paces that you feel like you sort of should. Oh no. Oh no. This is not good. I'm not gonna lie, I almost had to go and change my underwear there. That has not happened for a long time. just typical. So I get memed in an area that I wouldn't normally get memed, but then hit a perfect corridor, which a lot of speedrunners in the original Resident Evil 2 will tell you, red corridor, it's not nice. Now if that would have been back to front, instead of the way it happened, I'd have totally understood. Oh. Hit the trigger. And now we're gonna see. So apparently Kendo's also got super strength and can burst through walls. Who knew? Makes you wonder why he actually died in the first place. Ah, no. A one bite red corridor though, we can say that. That's not awful. Let's just make sure we get through this time. Oh. Very good tip when speedrunning any original Resident Evil, or any game in general actually. Don't run into furniture. Again, I know that sounds far-fetched, but it may well work in your favour. So we're about to come up to the first boss fight in the run, which is the G mutant. If your quick shots are about you, then it's really not a cause for concern whatsoever. But so far my quick shots have failed me, so we'll see how it goes. We're going to take the Optimus route and say that we'll get a couple in.
No! Get away!
The funny thing is I've just read that comment and sang that in my head. I would sing it out loud, but yeah, nobody wants that.
I think you're underestimating chat. I think we all want that.
But see, the difference being is that chat haven't heard me sing. I have.
Ben! Can you still hear me? Come on, answer! Damn!
And now I'm fighting an internal battle because now I really want to, but I also really don't.
Bitter irony. The chief of police.
I'll tell you what, I'll cut a deal with chat. If we can get a $10 donation within the next 5 minutes, then I will sing that line.
Scum.
I think that's fair game.
Make him pay.
I think that's incredibly fair. And yeah, exclamation D to get that donation link. And remember that we are raising money for To Write Love on Her Arm. So not only will we be able to hear some wonderful music, we will also, be donating to a fantastic cause.
Now, when you say wonderful music, you guys can't get done for false advertisement if I mess that up, right?
Where are you going?
I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble for it. If that's
Oh,
what you're
that's-
asking, I won't be.
Oh, well, that's fine then. We're all good.
Do you read me, Claire? We now have access to the back of the parking lot.
Got it.
I'm getting out of here and heading to the sewer. Can you meet me there?
I'm on my way.
Right, let's see how this fight's gonna go. Oh, in fact, never mind that fight. Let's get past the spider first. I still can't... I can't fathom why they behave differently in this mod. Like, in the normal game, it is just a case of run down the side of the wall and you're fine. Like, there's no possibility at all of the spider getting you. Unless the game really decides to troll you. Kendo making another little appearance. He's just going to stand there with a big 12 gauge shotgun and do absolutely nothing. Wow. And I was worried about quick shooting. That's probably the most perfect G Mutant fight that I've ever had, both on Kendos Cut and the game as vanilla.
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this...
Now he tries to explain it to her as a good guy. Like, I need to protect you.
We'll do this your way for now.
Do you really think she's going to listen to you, Leon? Again, we'll take the fast just to be on the safe side. And here he is again, our old pal Kendo.
What are you doing here?
Hey! Wait! Heads up!
Sorry about that, but don't you worry. Hold on.
Oh, hit the ladder, Liam. Always helps. Now this section you really have got a little bit of time to play with. I think this part here takes around about 60 seconds or so. So this would be the point where, you know, if you run in this and you're a bit thirsty or, you know, you need a comfort break or something like that, you've got the time to do it now. Because there's nothing that you can do to speed this up.
Ada Wong. I've heard that name before.
Well, while we're at this part, I would love to talk about our donation, our charity that we're running right now.
Girlfriend's name is his
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so this year we're going to be raising money for To Write Love on Her Arms. To Write Love on Her Arms is a nonprofit movement dedicated to presenting hope and finding help for people struggling with depression, addiction, self-injury, and suicide. To Write Love on Her Arms exists to encourage, inform, inspire, and invest directly into treatment and recovery. This is a charity that I know has hit home for a lot of people, myself included, after struggling with depression for many years. So thank you everybody for all the donations, for coming around, hanging out, and, you know, just bringing some visibility to this wonderful, wonderful charity. Remember, !D or !donate in order to get that donation link. And remember, if you donate that $10, then not only will we be able to hear Liam sing that wonderful song that he promised, but we actually have a couple rewards. You can either, for that $10, get a Razer Games giveaway entry or a New Blood Interactive Games giveaway entry. So every little bit helps, and we appreciate everybody for being here.
I'd just like to clarify here, when I say sing, I will sing the line that was posted in chat. I'm not singing the whole song.
Yes, just the line. I think that's well worth that $10.
Oh, definitely.
Too bad.
Well, just touching on obviously what you've just explained there about the charity as well. I definitely agree with the fact that it's a cause that hits home for a lot of people, especially more so the last couple of years. You know, with the way that the world's gone and everybody being locked down and things like that, mental health has been a really big issue for a lot of people. And I mean, if you're lucky enough to have not been touched by it, then, you know, fair enough, and fingers crossed you never will be. But it is something that has definitely impacted, I'd say, at least 70% of people within the last couple of years. So anything that sort of raises money or awareness or anything like that, it's always a great cause for something so serious. Oh dear. Hit the trigger, Liam. That's one of the most frustrating things with the original Resident Evil games, is you can be a pixel off from where the trigger point is and it just won't register. Like, you've got nearly no margin for error. Another little bit of a point with the difference between this mod and the original game is, after this section here with the crocodile, in the original game, when you link back up with Ada, you actually get a free heal. So regardless of what your HP is, when you get to that stage, you'll have the bit of a conversation between Leon and Ada, and your HP will automatically reset to 200, whereas you don't actually get that in the mod. Not 100% sure why they took that out, actually. I'm not even sure whether it was taken out intentionally or not.
Leon, I just found out. John's dead.
What?
Never mind. Let's just get out of here. The sooner the better.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab the 2 medallions that we need to progress to the underground lab, because it wouldn't be a Resident Evil game without an underground lab. Would that be an amber I see in the chat there? Ah, well, at least we didn't get blocked by Ada. That's always a good one. But we did run into a wall, because why not? Now, I'm sorry, but every single creation that they come up with in a Resident Evil game for an enemy type, these are the worst ones. gigantic triantulas like that. I'm sorry, but if I was to come up against one of those, I'd just be like, just end me now. I wouldn't even try and resist. Not that I'm scared of spiders or anything like that, of course. Hey, Kendo! Well, Kendo's gonna join us for this little train ride. And now, he's going to take out the arm.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
Now see what I mean about the recycled lines that they use. Oh dear. Go the right way, Liam. Ooh, we nearly got trolled by Ada. So you don't actually want Ada to shoot if you do get grabbed, because then you're risking the chance of a double grab. Oh wow. Yeah, that section did not go well at all. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for the train Birkin fight. Only there's going to be a little bit of a difference. So we're still going to do what you do in the normal Leon A anyway. So mine just went a little bit blank there. So what you want to be doing there is you get to the console, equip the Magnum, reload the Magnum, then use the key. And that'll then prepare you for the boss fight. But as I said, there's going to be a little bit of a difference between the normal game and what we're about to do. Might not be too bad an idea for me to display my HP actually. Now the interesting thing with Kendo, he's actually got twice the amount of HP as what the normal characters have. So Leon and Claire both have 200. Kendo actually has 400. And now he's just decided to throw himself over a balcony, which is something. So what we're going to do real quick is equip the shotgun. And we're going to fight Train Birkin. Oh, we've got the boil. Oh, didn't realise we needed a reload. Again, I'll take the quick shooting there. Knock that off for a sec, because we're not going to need that for a bit now. We're not going to need the SRT now, really, until it comes to dog barking. Because dog barking can deal an awful lot of damage. He has one particular attack that deals 100 HP. Obviously, the flip side of that being is that Kendo's got 400, so it's not as damaging as what it could be with either Leon or Claire. But it's still damaging enough to cause concern.
Ada?
So this is where the run really starts to differ now. Because obviously Leon A, you'd be going straight into the labs as normal. Whereas what we're actually doing is coming into the B section area of the lab. In fact, there's quite a bit of the lab section that's missed in the mod, actually. So you don't have to do the whole fuse thing, that's been taken out. Although then again, I could sit here and explain it, or just simply show. So what we do is push this box up here, not because we need it now, but we're going to need it for when we come back. So then if we do it now, obviously it saves having to go back up the lift and push it onto the lift and bring it down. Now this would normally be lab liquors, which nobody wants. However, it's the mutant again. Shake these things off. Shake them off again. And again. I don't think they actually do too much damage. If they do, like, latch on and stay. But if you want to shake them off, you can just mash left and right on the D-pad, and Leon will just shake them off, like what we've just seen there. So now we've got a little bit of an emotional scene here. Oh. Skips that a bit quick.
Please, escape.
But don't you worry, girlie. You'll be safe in here. I'm keeping a close eye on things.
Now, the first time I played this mod and I saw this section,
A woman?
words cannot describe how much I burst out laughing. Like, I think one of my lungs was in danger. Obviously not at this part, because that would make me a little bit sadistic. It's what happens in the moment. Bye-bye! It was just so unexpected.
Sorry about that.
Especially when Kendo stands there. Sorry about that. Okay, let's take the shotgun. And let's get ready to finish the run off. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, that line through weren't great. Oh, okay. 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 It's a damn good job that he's got a beast of a HP. Now this part here, this without any shadow of a doubt is my favourite bit of the mod. Without any shadow.
Murdered my husband. I know what you're looking for. You came for the G-Virus, didn't you? But you'll never take it from me. This is my husband's legacy.
I got no clue, darling.
I ain't got no clue, darling. Now, for some reason, you don't actually hear the sound of the shotgun blast there. Lab liquors. Everybody's favourite. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I panicked a little bit there. Right, I've got 281 HP. Should be alright for the time being.
I'm not letting anyone leave my town. Everyone's gonna die.
Well, you've got that right. Okay. And now he goes into dog form, which is a little bit of a pain to deal with when you're using a shotgun. In the vanilla, it's not too bad because you've got the Magnum. See if we can get a quick shot in before he jumps up. Oh, okay. Oh dear. I don't think I've ever seen him jump up on the wall like that. See, that bit really tickled me when I first played it as well. The windows shut down. Do 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 do. Well, that didn't go too bad. Oh, I was going to say it didn't go too bad, but then I decided to run in the complete opposite direction of what I needed to.
Minutes until detonation.
Now we're going to go and do the final fight. I think the frustrating thing with this mod though, when it comes to speedrun, is for some reason the timer doesn't actually stop until the end of the final cutscene, which is a little bit frustrating because usually it stops at the end of gameplay. think the only other Resident Evil game that I can name that doesn't end when the gameplay ends is Code Veronica. See, that made me giggle as well. Oh, dropped a quick shot. Ah, sound. Oh, pick it up. Now, I've had it before where you try and fire the rocket launcher and it just goes straight through him. We can turn the SRT off now. Oh, hit the door. Go and hit this switch. Now, me personally, when the train departs, that's where I'd stop the timer. But, in fairness, one of the cutscenes you do actually have to interact with as well, so I can kind of understand why they've not done it. A little bit of Tommy the Tank there. And now we have time traveling, Kendo. So now Kendo decides, let's take matters into our own hands.
We'll rendezvous at the meeting point. The entire city was infested with zombies. Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
I don't think I've introduced myself yet. My name's Leon. I'm with the RPD.
How cute.
Oh. Sorry, but you're...
So now it seems if Kendo survives, Marvin survives.
It's up to us to take out Umbrella.
And that's time. See the final IGT one. Is it going to show us? Oh, here we go. 57:54. Oh, that was a bit longer than what I would have thought, actually. Oh, that being said, we did. I did take a few bites along the way.
That and having safeties, because, you know, like you said, this is a marathon. You got to have that little bit of padding there.
That is very true. The minute you decide to start taking risks in a marathon, yeah, that's game over.
Now, that was an awesome run. Now, I know you're going to be also running our next game, but if anybody is interested in running Resident Evil 2 Kendos Cut, is there anywhere they can go to kind of get a little bit of information, maybe some guides or anything like that?
Yeah, it's available on mobdb.com. If you just go onto there and just search Resident Evil 2, there's a number of Resident Evil 2 mods on there, including Kendos Cut, and also the sequel, Kendos Uncut as well, which I'm not sure how you'd even describe that. I think the basis of it is Claire B, but it's... Oh, there we go. We've got the link there in chat.
Perfect.
If anyone is interested in learning it, guys, like I say, there is a speedrun board for it. If you want to try and learn it, do a run of your own and submit it to the boards. Who knows, it could even be yours truly that ends up reviewing that run for you. But I definitely recommend it. It's a nice little adaptation from the original. Different enough so that it creates that little bit of, well, difference, I suppose. But also very true to the actual game itself as well. So I definitely recommend checking it out.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to take a quick break, get set up for our next run. Don't go anymore because we have more of the wonderful Liam, this time with Resident Evil 5. We'll be right back.